Oh, God,
Well,
that was
hello,
good.
gentlemen.
Hello.
Yes, that is courtesy of One Problem Being. That's one of his songs
Cool.
from back in the day.
That's cool.
So,
Excellent.
That's cool.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the house of wacky people.
yes, wacky people.
You like my Minecraft glasses? They're really good, aren't they? Minecraft. I can't see
Nice.
shit,
Is that
but they're great.
Oh, holy hell!
Oh, what you want?
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
How's everybody doing today?
Oh, it's great to live in the United Kingdom when the whole country's falling down around our ears. But I'm also
I
all right.
know. I'm catching wind of that. That's scary
yes,
over there.
yes, guys, come on.
Yes.
Abandon America and move here. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah. It's a
Yeah,
great
we'll get right
place
on
to find it. Yeah.
I mean, where's the
Everyone-
fun in life if your country isn't
You know you
imploding
want
from
this.
within?
We have our own drooling stepfather bullshit going on here.
Yeah, we noticed that also. May God have mercy upon our souls.
So you're saying again, America is leading the way.
We're leading the way, and Francois Mitterrand said to me,
Yeah, 9 years after he died, he said to me in the ghost at the bottom of my bed.
He said to me in a seance.
fried potatoes are illegal.
Who am I again?
Why am
See,
I
you're
here?
a
Who
CC.
am I?
You're the president of Mexico.
Yes, there you go.
Hello, Mexico. Hey.
My name is
America
Sai.
can be summed up in one word: the foothills of the Himalayas.
Indeed. Yeah.
I can sum our president up in one word.
Oh,
Yes.
So can I, but you get the string.
Asshole. Anyway.
Dementia?
No. It begins with C and ends in T. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
That's
There
the
you go.
vice president.
I know the vice president. Just, I mean, who is she? She's, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. Does she know?
She's the Joker in Sensible Pumps.
Yeah. So let's get this party started, T Bunny. What do you have for us?
All right. Well, we're going to start out with the bot farms. Unfortunately, that's the only two I got loaded.
Oh, wow.
But
That's fine. Well, that's a good start. We can drag out this stream on that.
but a guy named Master of the TDS.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
this is
know
the
him
beginning,
well.
but this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Master of the TDS has a show called Gothic Therapy, and he's been making a lot of waves lately because he's discovered suspicious bot activity in the Disney the tweeting sphere. Okay,
I'll
but
be shocked.
Right.
I'll be shocked.
he doesn't. But
Imagine.
he doesn't make the connection. He doesn't make the connection. I have the connection.
Oh yeah.
Who started it and how it's connected to the media. Okay. So that's
Nice.
my second clip, but we're going to play the
Intrigue.
first clip here.
Listen.
It was
There you
Arnold.
It was Arnold.
So,
Wait now.
Breaking report from AJ Benza. Oh wait, who? No.
As you can see here, we have a tweet from Moodle Zoop. Now, this is an actual thread. You can go see it. I'll probably put up a video here where you can see me scrolling through so you know it's an actual thread, but you can go check it out yourself. I did not cover up any of the names because there is no reason to. As you can see, this tweet says, corporate profits are still the top concern of investors. Disney shares rose 11.5% after the company reported profits that exceeded analysis expectations and raised its upcoming revenue forecasts. Shares of chipmaker and designer ARM jumped 47.9% thanks to higher than expected profits and an optimistic business outlook. However, the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond yield increased to 4.16% at the end of February 8th. This development puts pressure on the stock market despite a series of positive business result reports showing that the U.S. economy still maintains its strength. And as you can see, this was posted on 2/09/24. It has 1.5 million views and 380 likes. So you might look at this and go, okay, what's the problem here? If you take a look here, you can see the comments. You'll see something very, peculiar. Scanning through a bunch of these, I have 16 pages of this. If you take a look, and you can pause the screen for further look if you'd like, you can see that every single post, aside from one or two, responding to this post are paid accounts. And all of them are saying the same things in different variations of the wording. Why am I pointing this out? Because let's be fair here. The only thing that we're seeing is bots. 1.5 million views with 380 likes is such a terrible ratio. But that alone doesn't account for all these paid accounts responding. What's happening here? To put it simply, these are all bots responding to this post to boost engagement. And ads are being run on this post to drive income. Now, we know that Disney has said vehemently against Elon Musk and X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. And so they've taken a stand against advertising, whatever. But we've always known that there have been, whenever you post something about a show or whatever that's negative, you get a bunch of these people coming after you, and you have no idea where they're coming from. And you wonder, are these bots? Well, guess what? Here are the bots. These bots are trying to promote this tweet and get certain things to trend. Now, they're not just doing Disney, they're also doing ARM, which is a chip manufacturer and is well known and has a pretty decent share as well. But as you can see, this is recent where they are trying to make it look like their stock is as good as ARM. They're putting them together and they're trying to show, hey, look, we're doing okay. Now, yes, their stock has gone up, but when compared to ARM, it is nowhere near the same, 11 to 47. So you can see a bunch of these posts. And as I said, I'm not going to go through all of them because we'll be here for a week because there are tons of them. But this is just the beginning.
Well, there you go.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yes, everybody, please subscribe to Master of the TDS on Twitter.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
on Twitter, also Gothic Therapy,
Yep.
and then Gothic Therapy on YouTube.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm sure.
Well,
I'm
he's
subscribed
got the expose. You know, he's got like pages and pages of this stuff. But
Yes,
this
he
has been
did.
going
He did
on
a
a
great
while.
Yep.
This has been going on a while. Okay, and now why does this matter? Okay, because the ecosystem as it stands, and this has been the way for a while. This is the reason why they lost their crap when Elon Musk took it over Twitter. It's because Twitter is the beginning of the fountainhead for all of it's the way it's situated is a topic will hit Twitter, and depending on the likes, depending on the follows or whatever, then the press would glom onto it, take their marching orders from Twitter, you know, whatever topic it is, and it's like boosted, you know, and so they'll take whatever topic gets boosted, and that will be what they write their articles on, and then on those initial articles, other people would write articles based on those articles, okay, and so but all at the basis of it is Twitter engagement. So Twitter engagement is like the name of the game. It's where everybody gets their marching orders from. Okay. Now Master TDS, he hasn't gone back far enough. Okay. Now back about 4 years ago. All right. Candace Owens, I believe we all know who that is now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But okay. Well, she was this brand new up and coming voice in the community that called herself Red Pill Black. Okay, and she did an interview with Dave Rubin, and I've looked for this for her elsewhere talking about this, but I haven't found it elsewhere. But I remember my spidey sense went off when I started hearing about these bot farms, and people were like, "Well, it's speculation. We don't have any proof." Well, okay,
Yeah.
Gamergate had two big villainesses at its very heart. Okay, one of them being Kasparian, I think one of the
Anita
Yeah, I think
Sarkeesian.
that was
whatever her name is starts with a K.
Yeah, Anita Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Anita Sarkeesian, and the other big one was Zoe Quinn. Okay.
Right.
Now, Zoe Quinn is like Frau Bluka. Okay. Every time you say Zoe Quinn, you know, the horses neigh.
Frau
Bluka. I mean, exactly. So we're talking about somebody who, you know, just for laws, drove her ex-boyfriend to suicide and then
Yikes.
bragged about.
Nice
Okay.
person. Nice
This is
person.
who we're talking
Lovely, lovely woman.
about. And
Yes.
so now, there you go. Very nice person. Okay. So
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
so let's play this clip here. And zero. All right. Here we go.
Mm.
Left that firm and wanted to do my own anti-bullying startup thing that went really sideways when the left tried to do hit pieces on me during the election, and that was my red pill moment.
Really? So
Yeah.
wait, how did doing an anti-bullying thing get you caught up in the left?
So I don't know if many people that watch this show are familiar with the Gamergate scandal. I certainly wasn't.
I think most of my audience is familiar-ish, but like nobody fully gets it. I think. But feel free to take us down that road for a little bit.
Yeah, so long story short, that whole scandal is built on a girl named Zoe Quinn who says that she was attacked by anonymous white men on the internet. And people were saying that that wasn't true, and she said that it was. And
If they were anonymous, how did she know their skin color?
I don't know. If you read the pieces in the media, it's fascinating, you know?
Yeah.
So I was doing an anti-bullying startup that I was really passionate about, and I got a phone call from her, and I put up basically a 3-minute video on Kickstarter teasing what we were going to do. And I said this one sentence, which was a figure of speech that I think set the alarms off. I said, what we're doing is figuratively lifting the masks up off of trolls. At the time, she was working at Twitter. She was working for Twitter for something called Crash Override Network, and I immediately received an inbox from her on Twitter saying she'd like to talk to me about and try to convince me that the project that I'm doing is bad, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
So she calls me up, and I have no idea who she is. I don't know what Gamergate is. I don't know what doxing means. And she says, you have to pull your project because people actually don't want to find out who harassed them. She said, I'm a victim, but I never want to know who harassed me on the internet. Like, she was basically arguing a point that didn't make sense. If she was actually harassed on the internet, then obviously my technology would be a godsend because they never figured out who harassed her. And I said, I appreciate the phone call. This isn't really making sense to me.
Yeah. It sounds literally the reverse of what you'd think she would have called you to say.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, she should have been on board with what I was doing. I said, totally appreciate the phone call, but I'm not going to pull my Kickstarter. And she started crying. And she said, if you don't, it's going to ruin everything. And she told me that she spends time on 4chan because of what she does, and she saw that people were already talking about my project, and if I didn't pull it, these anonymous white men and Trump supporters, you have to remember this was during the election cycle, were going to come after me and dox my family, which essentially means put up their personal information so people can try to kill them. That's what she says.
So she said this is what they are going to do. So she was oddly threatening you with being doxxed, but it wasn't she that was going to dox you.
She thought I was a total moron, I think, and I'm like, okay, I'm not pulling my project. She hangs up the phone crying. Within 2 hours, we were absolutely inundated. About 4,000 emails via Kickstarter, like, nigger, 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 die, 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 pull your project. And they have these super obvious screen names like, Trump or die, Trump 2020, white man behind computer.
That's a good one. That guy's always kidding me. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, is she kidding? All men, by the way. Everyone was like, Dave at, Bob at, no woman. And magically, everything that she tried to warn me about came true within a couple of hours of me refusing to pull my project. So I tweet very quickly, again, not really knowing the bread and butter of the Gamergate scandal. I said, all I can say is that 100% after speaking with Zoe Quinn, this girl was never harassed. She's doing the harassing. And the next morning I woke up, The Guardian, The Washington Post, and New York Magazine were all calling me. I was a nobody with a Kickstarter that was 3 minutes long. Kickstarter pulled my project, and the next day, big media. And in my head, I'm thinking, journalism major, Washington Post, amazing. Like, at that point, I considered myself a liberal, Democrat, if you will. And so I was like, great, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to tell them about this girl. They're going to write the piece,
I have a bad feeling where this is about to go.
This is about to go completely sideways.
Okay.
So I speak to a person named Jesse Single, who works for New York Magazine, and he's like, yeah, I saw your tweets.
He's not a fan of mine.
No, he is a journalist journalist hitman, as I like to call them. And he speaks to me. He's like, yeah, I saw your tweets. I just want to speak to you about what happened. Super nice. Yeah. And I tell him everything. I'm like, yeah, Zoe called me up, open and shut case. Obviously, she told me to pull my project. I didn't. And then I got harassed. He instead writes this article, and the tone of it was essentially trying to gaslight me. Oh, she seemed like a nice girl, but she got dragged into this conspiracy theory. Zoe actually is a girl that was harassed, And at that point, I realized, oh my God, like the media is going to try to kill my project, and these journalists are absolutely lying. So the Washington Post called me, and I had the good sense to actually record it. I just turned on my camera and said, something fishy's here. And this girl was obvious. This girl, Caitlin Dewey, was asking me questions, and she was trying to figure out who was funding us. And her job, or her role, was to cut off the funding, cut off the legs of Social Autopsy so it could never see the light of day. And she started calling around. So I actually got a tip that she had already written the article and she was going to try to smear me. And I essentially went back and forth with the Washington Post. I had caught her in a lie via email versus what she said on the phone. And they pulled the article last second and told me I wasn't important enough to run it anyways when I threatened to sue them.
Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see the connection though, right?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
So the whole entire industry, the whole entire industry, everything has been reshaped. Okay, from gaming to all, the Me Too movement happened about almost simultaneously to Gamergate. Okay, and now the whole entire thing got changed because of anonymous online people attacking and harassing. Okay,
Absolutely.
the whole entire thing. That phrase that she said, if you look at her technology was called social autopsy. It was supposed to determine who is behind, check IPs and determine how many of the same comments came from the same IP. What does that do? Right. That identifies bot farms.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Now, the whole project that she said she was over, Crash Override at Twitter. Crash Override, as you recall, is the hacker name used by the hacker in the movie Hackers, which is like one of their Bibles, okay? They love that movie Hackers. Okay, so Crash Override is the name. Right, exactly. Right. And basically, it's like it all connects. If there are bot farms being set up, then her technology would have discovered that a lot of this quote unquote harassment was coming from the same IPs, which would have been the bot farms.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
everything.
So basically, they were harassing themselves.
Exactly. And so, so Zoe Quinn, the whole entire reason why Zoe Quinn had so much power was because
created their own
but
crisis.
Anita Sarkeesian was like writing these hit pieces because of Zoe. Exactly. And because there was not enough harassment to make the changes they needed, they created to have the harassment that they needed to convince people to make these changes. And they've been doing it ever since. They've reshaped,
100%.
They've reshaped all of society based on harassment.
Well,
on the harassment narrative.
Yeah, it's basically the old smoke and mirror sleight of hand fraud. And the funny thing is how did Elon Musk not discover this on Twitter once he had it examined, once he took over? And you have something interesting on this too, Bunny. Tell us about it. What you were telling me.
Well, because he kept a lot of people, but if Crash Override is indeed embedded at Twitter, then it's embedded into the very technology of Twitter. Okay, because she did everything that she did with the Twitter's knowledge and complicity at the time. Yeah. So when Elon came in, people think Elon got like all the information, but all Elon got was what they told him.
Yep.
And so a lot of these same people who were there when Zoe Quinn was there are still there. And so if these people are still employed at Twitter and they're plugged into the system, and that these people are using to change. You're going to tell me that President Biden has that many likes on every single tweet?
Oh, come on! Of course he does. He's the best.
I mean, it's like every tweet you check, and he has thousands and thousands and thousands of likes on every tweet.
He's the bestest ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry for him. He's old.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I reply, he never retweets anything I do, because I mean, I only mildly insult him every single chance I get. Mildly. I actually put one of the best tweets was, "Hello, Joe. Just to let you know, your name is Joe Biden. Keep this tweet in case you ever forget." Stick it on your mirror or something so you know, so you can remember who you are.
Yeah.
And while you're looking in that mirror, breathe on it to make sure you're still breathing. So
Still make sure you're alive. Yeah, readjust things.
If it fogs, make sure it fogs. There you go.
All right, now, okay, so just as a palate cleanser, we need a palate cleanser. This is an emergency because there's a lot of depression here. That I have to add this. We have to see. We have to see this.
I wasn't
Where the hell?
particularly impressed.
Tension. Yeah, we have to look at a scary forest with no one in it. That helps. Now we see you in the scary forest. Now we see everybody on the corner. It's still the scary forest.
Where's the
That's
Sleepy Hollow?
Oh no, I can't do scary forest. Sure, this isn't the front line of Ukraine. Isn't there some Russians hiding there?
No, there's no Russians.
You sure there's no Russians? I reckon
there's Ukrainians, not Russians. What the hell?
I can almost see all those
Arizona Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
exactly. There must be because I can't see. It's not loading.
See, the CIA are on us. The FBI and the CIA are stopping us because we've mentioned Biden in a bad light. We're all screwed out.
In a bad light. You want?
Hey, Wookie, when you hear knocking at the door, don't answer it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go there. Yeah, here's a bad light.
Right.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. With this stupid.
Oh,
there we go. Well, there we go.
There you go.
I just love the way the sun's glinting off one of her arse cheeks. It's just stunning.
Palate cleanser.
Makes you want to forget all the crap. Just
yes.
Yeah.
All the crap.
But see, the 97 X-Man's flattening her out. So
yes, I
flattening her out. She's literally like a board. Just a plank now.
Yeah.
I've already got the series on DVD, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I've only got the old stuff on DVD. I haven't done this new shit. Yeah, I'll go look at proper.
Right.
Earl's got it all on DVD, man. He's got it all on DVD.
Oh yeah.
Not everything, but
okay. I think I know what happened, so I'm going to get rid of that.
Button that says download.
But no, but here we go. She's winking at you, Gobby.
Yeah. I'm on the stream, but you carry on telling me shit. It's my kids are just telling me some pointless crap. Carry on. Oh no, a muddy jog jumped on you. We've got all muddy. Oh my god. Quick, call the police.
Yeah, there you go.
Mum, he's gonna kill you. It's not my problem, son. You're in your own shit pile now. It's nothing to do with me.
Police won't do anything anyway.
Whenever you feel like just going away, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Gabby, isn't that considered, child endangerment there now?
No, they're fine. They're fine. They're my kids. They don't have to look at them after themselves.
Right.
They live in the UK. Just send them out with knives. It's perfectly okay. Everybody carries on. Apparently.
Well,
Okay.
have a stick with a nail in it on the end of it.
Yeah, that's about as offensive as a weapon as we can get here in the
Yes,
Arctic.
exactly.
Yes.
Tie a broken whiskey bottle
with
to
the
one.
bat.
I'll tell you what, I was born in the wrong country. I definitely was. I should be living in the States where I can own a gun and shoot everybody I have. I mean, have a conversation with everybody I don't like.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, have an in-depth conversation.
Aggressive negotiation.
Those of us who own weapons, we don't shoot people.
Yes.
Come on now.
We-
You're like,
we
you're like we're all
sure
Bambi
we don't.
hunters or
We-
something.
Neutralize them.
Yes.
Yes.
Tense negotiations at the end of a barrel of a gun. It's amazing how people comply very quickly.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, dear.
Exactly. So yeah, and so that's the bot thing. The thing is, you've got a lot of fraud. These people are, they just like what Candace was saying. They just freaking just dogpiled her to death to force Kickstarter to yank her program, yank her campaign, and that's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Over benign shit, really.
It's still happening now.
But that's
going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Now the elections are coming. It's going to get
Yeah,
so much worse.
Yeah.
So much
definitely.
worse.
Yeah.
Oh, way worse. Way worse.
It's gonna
way
be way
worse.
worse.
Yeah. Well.
But the thing, and then with these bots, because they use these false these false identities and these false accounts to basically push these ideas that are generally bad ideas nobody likes, but these companies use this data that there's X amount of people on Twitter or X or whatever that are really pushing for this. But here's the thing. So they push for this, right? They get this crap and they get their people in there to do the writing and stuff like this. And they come up with these shit scripts and these shit storylines. And you get something like Wish or the Marvels.
No. Madam
like
Web.
that.
Madam Web. Such a great film.
Yes, absolutely.
I heard.
And guess what happens? There are people that supposedly, these supposed accounts that push for this, that are all like, hey, we're all part of the movement. Yay. Right. They don't put their money out to go watch this movie.
No.
They don't put their money out to go buy the swag.
Because a lot of them don't exist.
Exactly. That's the thing.
It's very hard to turn up when you're a phone on a desk in China.
Exactly.
Very hard to turn up to the cinema there.
Exactly.
Really easy.
A bot farm. Part of a bot
You know what
farm.
someone should do?
Have money.
Just for shits and giggles, they should get an empty cinema and then just put a load of mobile phones on all the seats and say, here's the screen of the latest Marvel movie for the audience.
Exactly.
They already did that with the Marvels.
Pretty much freaking.
Oh, I know.
Captain Marvel. They did it with
I
Captain
heard-
Marvel.
I heard a rumor that people are speculating that the Madam Web was written by AI or something.
No, even AI had better writing skills. No offense. No offense. Okay, like I've watched the film. I've actually watched Madam Web.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, as you can see,
no.
I've still got the rope burns around my neck from the hanging.
That good, yeah.
You know when you sit,
Don't
and you
do it,
watch
Gobby. Don't do it, Gobby.
I literally sat and watching. You know when you're watching something and you think none of this makes any sense whatsoever, and why is she doing that? And it is awful. No, AI could write better than that. If you give it a script, AI would write that way better. This takes a human level of shitness to get that bad, to be fair. It really does.
Okay.
It really
Does.
Even, what's her name? Dakota, the lead, even she's fucking had enough of it. In the press conferences, she don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's that bad. It really is that bad. None of it makes any sense whatsoever.
Great.
Right.
Kind of like Joe Biden.
She fired her agent over it.
I'm not surprised.
She fired her agent over it.
It is awful.
Yeah.
It is absolutely awful. It's a film that makes no sense. And you get this image that they're all going to be in their their tight Spider-Man kind of Spider-Woman uniforms, and it never happens.
Wow, yeah.
It never happens.
Right.
You get all excited, nothing happens. It's just nothing happens.
they don't.
Awful film.
Right.
They're not in the tight spandex. I was very close to leaving this stream and going and seeing that film, but I won't do that now. Oh well.
Yeah. We need to put Rogue's picture back up now because I'm getting PTSD flashbacks of the film.
Misogynist. Objectification.
Madam Web, don't watch it, please, don't, because no, just don't.
Well, I haven't lost the will to live yet, so.
Fortunately, I didn't watch it at the cinema. Unfortunately, I didn't pay for the privilege. I got it via the magical 7 Seas.
Somehow, yes, somehow.
Yeah, it arrived.
The magic box.
The magic box. It just appeared on the TV. I don't know how it happened, but it was there. And I thought, oh, I'll give it a watch. Yeah, great. Yeah, that was wonderful. There's an hour of my life I won't get back. Yeah.
Here we go, gentlemen. This is what.
Yes, that's what we're talking
there
about.
There we go.
Yeah.
There
right.
we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, the palate cleanser.
Indeed.
Yes.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Holy hell. But
I saw that picture floating about on Twitter last night.
There you go.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, what are you going to picture my house for on the telly? You give permission for that. Stop boxing me. They're going to tell the kids to go shut the door. They've left it open.
Wasting all that energy, Bobby.
Shit.
Oh, Christ in heaven.
But yeah, so that's the funny thing about this whole thing with these bots is because
almost got up here.
Well, they're pushing for, they're trying to push this narrative for these properties that nobody wants, nobody asked for. Okay, they push this narrative with these bots, and then when it comes time to put up or shut up, people don't show up to the theaters. No. People don't show up to the stores to buy the merch. People reject it because it's stupid and bullshit, and it's against the type of the characters that they're like. They destroyed every single freaking franchise,
right?
And these type of people that worm their way into these writers' rooms didn't get there because they're good writers. They got there because they check the right boxes and they say the right things and they wear the right freaking political tie, and that's it.
Went to the right school.
The right school. They know the right
skin color.
Yeah, it's the
exactly.
epitome of the Peter principle, really. Yeah. Edge of Time says here at the bottom. He says bots are us. Absolutely, exactly. Bots are us, and it's going on a lot. And it's just freaking nuts.
Okay. What's going on right now, though, is DEI has taken over writers' rooms, and it was bad before. I mean, in 2020, Disney put out these guidelines, and you can find them online. They're easily available, and there's
I've got them.
many videos on it. I will check Clownfish TV has a really good one. Yeah,
they do.
But there's also this phrase that went around, and it was male and pale is stale. And so basically, if you're white and male, we won't get rid of you because you're yesterday's news, basically. And so it didn't matter. It did not matter how long they've been there. It did not matter how many Emmys they earned or what their CV was. They got rid of them simply because they're white and male. And so what they didn't ask was what's the demographics of writers' rooms? They're primarily white and male. That's who gravitates to writing, And so when they got rid of that, they had to replace it.
Gutted it.
Yeah, when they gutted these rooms, and it's happened in animation too. The D files, on the Film Threat. If you haven't read those, you need to, because they should. What happened with Wish was they had kicked so many experienced animators out the door that they had to replenish their numbers using this female empowered group called Women in Animation. That had to replace them with Tinder and Reddit hires, almost exclusively from Tinder and Reddit. And if you've ever been on Tinder and Reddit, that's not a place you want to find that you're looking for quality. That's where you find political activism. You don't look for quality there. And and so what you see is the result of kicking a whole buttload of talent and ability and experience out the door and replacing it with whomever has a pulse and has the right demographic. Buttload. There you go. That's not the buttload. They want rid of that. They want rid of that. So that's what they want rid of. That's what they want rid of.
Oh yeah, so, we're doomed.
Papa Cotton in the chat, I think he's hit it right on the head. He said, "This is a calculated attack on our culture. Never mistake sabotage for incompetence."
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely,
they do that shit on purpose.
Of course, they do. Everything's on purpose.
Yeah.
Welcome, James.
Well, yeah, James. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
Does lots of plans.
Generation X.
Never get a president or will remain boomers all the way down. I hope. I mean, I hope so.
Totally.
Time fucking probably. I probably will.
Someone with a set of fuck everybody balls. What? Wait.
With shaved head. With shaved head.
Shaved head. Yeah, with those bright one big braid down the middle.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. Papa Cotton, he hit this one on the head too. It says the entertainment industry is a propaganda machine now. Exactly, because you know why? Every time some of these executives and shit like that speak, they always use the same word, platform. It's a platform for their agenda. Platform. We have to use this platform to push this agenda and blah, blah, blah. You know, we have to get it out there.
The thing is, you'll know when the film's going to be bad. You'll know when the film's going to be bad because they'll come up and say, it's starring the first black someone, or it's got this person. As soon as I say the words, not about the storyline of the film, where the film's set, if it's about a certain demographic, no, you know straight away, you're never going to watch it. Yeah, you're never going to watch it. As soon as that comes up, it doesn't matter how good the film looks. If that comes up as the main thing, I'm never going to watch it. Never going to watch it. Because you know that's what it's about, not about the story.
It's like the term modern audience.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Modern audiences.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
This is modern audiences. Oh, good.
Yes.
Off.
Yeah, exactly. See it.
Bye.
Well, see, a lot of this comes from academia. There's 3 people that decided to expose academia. Okay, a lot of just like the gender stuff, a lot of the pronoun stuff. Yeah, it comes from academia because these 3 guys, or this 2 guys and a girl, they decided to basically publish to these. A lot of these published papers wind up becoming DEI, becoming CRT, and all this other stuff, right? And so what they did was they decided to expose academia as the fraud that it is. And so they got together and they wrote a bunch of papers and they submitted it to all these magazines and stuff like that they publish, the peer-reviewed magazines, right? And they managed to slip some very interesting stuff into there. One of the ones they managed to slip in was rape culture as applying to dog parks. Okay, got through. They took Mein Kampf and they rewrote it to be white male instead of Jew. That made it through. And the list of it's just brilliant, amazing. But what they were proving was these are the papers. These peer-reviewed papers, these peer-reviewed journals are what these corporations are using to basically hire their HRs. They're hiring HRs from these people. And the HRs are where the corruption. Yeah, the HRs is where all this corruption comes in. And so the HR gets in here. Right. Yeah. But then the HR is using data based on these bot farms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and they write papers. They write papers based on these bot farms.
Yeah, it's a cycle of fraud. You use you come up with these guidelines to do your hiring with, which are based on bad ideas, And so you bring in your HR, who, if anybody understands human resources or ever were in the human resources side of a business for any length of time, you know that human resources is only there to make sure that the people that are the clock punchers follow the rules set by the executives. That's all they're there. They're not there for you.
Right.
They're there for the executives to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do.
They're protecting the company, not the employee.
Yeah, they're protecting the company.
Exactly.
And I've seen that firsthand.
100%.
Well, if all of this is bot farm, though, if all of this is completely digital, completely in the ether, it doesn't exist, then we have entirely reshaped our entire culture based on victimology that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And it's all smoke and mirrors. Okay.
Yep.
And all these changes we've made, less males, less white males in particular, inclusion, more diversity, more equity, and is based on victimology that doesn't exist.
Yep.
And hasn't existed.
If you say that openly, though,
go ahead.
If you say that openly, though, you're perceived as the right-wing crackpot conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, and that's the go-to. That's the go-to boogeyman. When you dissent,
absolutely,
you're automatically a right wing, blah blah blah, whatever. Just keep going on with the monikers, the labels that they want to have on you to basically shut you down, shut you up.
Right wing does that,
but that's all they've got. They can't come up with substance and something that actually has value.
They can't.
They have to attack you and call you names instead of actually addressing the bullshit soup that they've created. And no one wants it because it tastes like crap, because it's crap. And instead, because you criticized it, you're a Yahtzee istophobe,
Yeah, but it's like the other thing is, it's like, obviously, you may or may not be aware what's going in the UK at the moment, where they won't talk about the actual elephant in the room. Even when the elephant in the room has caused all the problems, as has been done recently, it's still white supremacists and right-wing extremists that are the problem. Even when it's blatantly, because you're like, just go and look out your window, mate. You can see where the problem is. No, it's you white people. Hey, how did that happen? Yeah. And that's what they do. That's what they do. And you get the bots. You get the bots immediately.
They're accusing you of being the problem that they created.
Oh, the thing is,
yes.
What's happening here in the UK is they've imported the problem.
Right
now, the problem is standing right in front of their face and threatening them. Then there's a problem. But instead of dealing with the problem, we'll blame everybody else. Well, how does that work then? And then it's just getting mad. It's just, it's like, here's the problem. You know what the problem is? Deal with the problem. No, it's your fault. No, well, just deal with if it's now your problem. These MPs that are moaning at the moment, it's in our face, there, this, that, and the other. Well, the simple truth of the matter is, we've had to put up with this kind of crap for 30 years. We've been telling you for 30 years there's a problem, and you just called us racist and Islamophobics and this and the other. We've had to live with this, and now it's a problem. But even when they have it in their own face, it's still the white person's fault.
Yeah.
So, what are we supposed to do now?
We are sat back going, welcome to the party, pal.
These last few days.
Welcome to the party, pal.
You're supposed to fall in line, Gobby, in lockstep with the party.
Yeah, but the thing is, no offense. For us here in the UK, a lot of people saw it. The last couple of days, our parliament cowered in fear to the will of the mob, and now they're emboldened because if our parliament wants, the only person who stood up to say something was an MP called Lee Anderson. He's a Conservative MP. He's just lost the whip, as they call it here in the UK. He's lost his right to say anything in Parliament because he came out and said, this is the problem. We need to deal with the problem. And even then, they've got rid of him because he dared speak up.
Well,
and it's...
Well,
he pulled back the veil.
You guys are gonna sorry to say, but I see an Islamic Republic in your future.
What do you mean in the future, mate? It's already here.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's already here. If
the fact of the matter is,
how many Turkish barbers are there in your area now?
You're talking about.
Oh well, yeah. Okay. Turkish barbers just down the road from me. There's 7 of them. 7 Turkish barbers. Yeah, of which one of them may have customers. They still sit there driving up in their Mercedes and their high-end cars. We have this new thing called now down by us. We call something called Bob Shop. Bob Shop is 24 hours, 7 days a week. Sells sweets and that. No customers, rolling in money. 3 days ago, a car pulled up. Guys jumped out and actually threatened to slaughter the inhabitants of the shop if they don't pay this. It's a drugs den. It's a drugs den. Let's be honest. It's a cover. This is getting beyond. I mean, there's another version of it a bit further down, sort of into Small Heath or Lower Baghdad, as I call it. And that one actually got burnt to the ground, and no one knows who did it. The mystery of that one. Just suddenly it burst into flames. And
spontaneous combustion.
Well, you said that they're caving to the mob. When you say they're caving to the mob, are they caving to a mob that actually exists, or are they caving to a mob?
Oh no, it exists. Oh no. This is the thousands of them screaming hate speech in the streets of London, projecting hate messages on Big Ben, terrorizing people. Just yesterday there was a hustings in somewhere up north, and they all turned in and ruined that. But of course, that's not the problem. The problem is me. I'm a problem.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a problem because I'm going. That's the problem.
It's not. It's not hate speech. It's not hate.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm ready for this. I'm not. You and the Americans,
it's not terrorism when they do it.
They're shouting from the river to the sea. They want. They're shouting death to all Jews. I am now going to quote what the Metropolitan Police of London said. It's not hate speech in certain sense of context.
Oh, this would be good.
No, that's what they said. It's not hate speech. It's not hate speech.
How do you determine?
Oh no, the thing is, when we all know, if you don't, I'm sure you know the YouTuber Count Dankula when he was sent to court because he taught his dog to do a Hitler salute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when he got done, the judge said there is no such thing as context.
It's pug.
Except when it fits. Right. Now, there's obviously here in the UK, there's a call for us to all go march down to London.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if I go down to London with this colour scheme, the police will be there in riot gear. We will be attacked. We will be kettled, and we will be arrested.
Yep.
Yeah,
it'll be a January 6th.
Just for walking down there.
6th.
Yeah, well, we've had people walking down the street.
It'll be a January 6th, even if you're peaceful. Even if you're peaceful.
Yeah. There was a guy who stood there once with a sign saying,
even if you're peaceful,
Hamas.
It'll be a January 6th.
Yeah. Oh, no,
and
he actually had.
That's the worst insurrection ever.
Oh, yeah. You mean the one where they actually followed the barriers? Yeah, that's how you do an insurrection. You follow the rules. But there was a guy there at a protest that had a sign said, is Hamas a terrorist organization? Yes and yes. And he was the one that got arrested.
Right.
How's that work? How's that work? And that's it's.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
I mean, Prime Pocket said, right.
I saw that one.
They can go and do their street prayers and block the roads up. Thousands of them.
Yep.
They have been arresting women outside a abortion clinic for saying, ready for this, for having a silent Christian prayer in their mind, and they have been arrested. We have had gospel singers singing out in the street and being told that they can't do that in the street. It's against the law. Then just down the road, you've got a Muslim preacher screaming his lungs out, and that's absolutely fine. But it's my fault. It's my fault for pointing this out. I know I used to do. Oh, you all know I used to do Doctor Who videos. Gone off that now. I've binned all that because this is important. This flag here. This is important. Yeah, and you know, I mean, I didn't get my old military pass. I mean, look, you know, just I'll just put it up on the old screen. Yeah, there's my veteran pass.
Yep.
But you know, I didn't go anywhere and do stuff just so I can watch my country disintegrate in front of my eyes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, and bots are important. They're doing the bot thing on Twitter against people who dare speak out, and that's where bots are being used. Absolutely. But as for it's an existential, visible threat that has been allowed to do what it wants in the streets of London and the streets everywhere else. it's just. Sorry, I've got on my eye horse again because it's really, it's really.
No, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Look, but you see what I'm doing.
You're talking about where this is going. You're talking.
Yeah,
about where
I'm scared.
This is
I'm
going.
scared for my kids. I'm scared for my kids. Look, someone like me, ex-soldier. Yeah, I'm scared of this because I can see where it's going. I can see where it's going, and it's not good. It really isn't good.
Right.
And once we go,
and the ones that that orchestrated this is your government,
right?
Yep. Oh, and they're still trying to spin it. They're still trying to spin it as if it's something amazing. They will not talk about the elephants in the room because they're that scared of them.
No, I was waiting to say that to both. I think yourself.
It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Was it yourself and Paz have both basically stated that the government are
traitors?
Yeah,
our government are cowards and traitors. They should all be strung up for treason.
Yeah. Well, the irony there is.
Huh?
Never mind. Never mind. You've kind of just summed up what I was going to say. It's just hundreds of years ago, our politicians were put to death if they betrayed the people.
Yeah.
And notice how they protected themselves from that repercussions these days.
Yep, absolutely. But the thing is, they were elected to represent us, and they're not.
No.
The only thing a politician is interested in is the money in their pocket and and bowing down for their act of self-preservation. Because let's be honest, in the Parliament 3 days ago, it was an act of self-preservation because they're scared.
Because they want to get reelected.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's all they care about.
Yeah, it is.
All they care about. That just
you got to calm Gobby down with the ass.
It worked. It works.
We need that palate cleanser.
Well, Buddy mentioned January 6th, and it's funny because
if you're thinking, if you're wondering where this is all going, though, I think we got a clue when Google put out their new AI.
The one that made everybody black.
Their new AI refuses to. Yes, it refuses the new AI that Google put out. This is refuses to have to ever answer a prompt with a white face. It won't. No matter what your prompt is, you can say Viking, it'll show black people. You can say Irish people or Irishmen, and it'll show black people. Yeah. And it's like I've seen example after example. And the lady who's behind it all at Google, she's got the straight brunette hair and the high forehead. I mean, it's like every single one of them look alike. They could have come from a factory.
They have.
They're all Kathleen Kennedy clones, basically. And but she said directly that she deliberately treated people of color differently because of equity concerns. And so basically, she's talking that she treats them better because of equity concerns. And this was like a TED talk that she gave. Okay.
Yeah. But what's happening now there's actually a lawsuit now coming because of just that unequal treatment. It's I forgot who it is that's getting sued, but it's one of the major companies out there because they've been using DEI.
Disney and Amazon both have suits.
Yeah. Right. Because people have been discriminated because they're white. And they have proof of this because of and here's the thing, it's because of the DEI thing. That's your proof right there, because that's baked into everything, which is DEI is completely 100% opposite of what the EEOC guidelines are. You cannot discriminate against someone's skin color, religion, sexual orientation, sex, age, anything like that.
Unless, of course, you're white.
Yet they're using,
until they change the guideline, which
they haven't done that yet.
Oh, they will.
They will.
They'll have to throw out to do what they want to do.
Because all they got to do is change the language, and makes it legal.
But to do what they want to do, they'll have to throw out the civil rights legislation, and ultimately,
exactly.
They'll have to do that to basically block these lawsuits. They'll have to throw the civil rights legislation out. And so we saw with Trump, they were willing to throw away their whole entire system of that has been in place for years.
Here's the thing.
Property speculation. And
exactly.
So,
well, here's the thing, though, too. The law that was used to basically railroad Trump at this kangaroo court was a law that has never been used in like the 150 freaking years it's been around. And all of a sudden, they dig up this stuff, which is used. If this stands, this will destroy everything in New York State, because nobody is going to buy anything. Nobody is going to start a business. No one's going to have a contract with any organization in New York State, because now they've set a precedent.
Well,
we can
go to jail because when you buy a house, you negotiate the price.
Because here's the thing.
Yes, you do.
If you go look at a house, and they say, okay, the house is selling for $150,000. Okay, so you go over there, you inspect it, you look at it, you see some defects. So you go over to your bank, okay, and you try to get a loan for your bank. You get to qualify. You know, the bank will basically take all your assets, all whatever, and they say, okay, you qualify for X amount of dollars.
You're pre-qualified.
Now, the bank, what they're going to do is, pre-qualify, but the bank's going to do is they're going to inspect that freaking property and see what it's valued at based on the market, based on their assessor's experience and everything, and then the general, the prices of things in the neighborhood. And they're going to say, okay, well, this is what we value this at. Say, like, if you're selling your own home, again, the bank that you're going to use that's going to hold the note, that's going to, put up the money for the people, they're going to have an inspector come in. They're going to take a look at it. The assessor. That's exactly what they do. Every freaking business in real estate uses a bank assessor. Okay. I can say, oh, this is worth, $500,000. The bank comes back and says, no, it's only worth $350,000.
The bottom line is
based on everything else,
Yeah.
And then you negotiate.
Well, the bottom line is the bank was fine. Well, the bottom line is the bank was fine. There was no complaint. There was no victim.
Yes.
The loan was paid back
completely,
totally with interest.
Yes, with interest.
And
everybody
is paid back in way ahead of time.
Yes, and everybody made money. There was no issues. Okay, everybody made money. There's no issues. So my question is, and someone hit this on the head. Elon Musk said this, I believe. Who gets the money? Where does the money go? Who's the victim that's supposed to get this award?
It wasn't the banks.
It's not the banks. It's not an individual. No, it's going to the state or the city or whatever.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Let's make everybody poor and us richer. It's another way of taxing you, another way of destroying you.
Yeah. But what they're doing here is, and I really hope, and pray that this gets overturned, because if it doesn't, this sets a massive negative, bad idea.
Well, not just New York, across the country.
Yeah, but this will have a ripple effect across the whole freaking country.
But I'll guarantee you, when they
get one man.
Yeah. But the thing is, this old law that they found. Yeah. Now, when they're using it, they haven't thought of those consequences. They haven't thought that through at all, because it's a convenience. We'll use that. We can get him. We can get him. Yes, they're not worried about anything else. And then, only then will they realise, oh shit, we shouldn't have done that.
Yes.
And it's too late then. But it's amazing how they'll use an old law from hundreds of years ago, but yet want to overturn your Second Amendment.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny that. Because only certain old laws and rules apply anymore. Only the ones that are useful to us.
Exactly.
Funny that, isn't it? Funny that.
The funny thing is it's
Extremely
crime was
selective.
committed. And the thing is this, no crime was committed in that. And how long ago was that transaction? Like 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They will do whatever it takes to get rid of that man.
Yes, they have blinders on. And
that's all they care about.
It's going to bite them in the ass. It's going to be like Jaws taking a chunk out of them.
But again,
and it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, but what it also does is not only will it do that, but the thing is that will massively destabilize your country financially. Massive destabilizer. Because then everybody will be suing everybody else then, and it just won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they go after Trump, and then you got the idiot Hunter running around doing God knows what, and they won't lock him up.
Right.
Of course not.
They've already said
it's acceptable.
The FBI informant who's worked with the FBI for 10 plus years, who's a valued informant. Okay, he's credible. He approached them with this stuff going on back in 2016. He notified them in 2016. Okay, that there was something shady going on, and so now now they arrested this guy not once but twice within a matter of weeks to shut him up because he's not Russian, he's Ukrainian. Okay, he's Ukrainian, but they're calling him a Russian, but he's Ukrainian. Okay. All this bullshit is all wrapped around Ukraine. Ukraine is the money farm, and that's what they don't want people to know. They don't want people to make the connections because you've got a crackhead freaking son of a vice president and president who's going around with God knows all kinds of women and a laptop that he left at some guy's place and a freaking firearm that he threw in a dumpster.
Well, just remember, Ukraine isn't just also the dumping ground of money and money laundering for the entire world.
Right.
It's also the place where we research and develop all our biological and chemical warfare.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't forget about that. I mean, the thing that they're desperately trying to cover up, which is why this war's going on. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the laptop said at first it wasn't his laptop. He was saying.
Oh no!
Then he said, "Well, my laptop was stolen from me." Well, if it was stolen from you, but it's not yours, how do you know it's yours?
We knew it because as soon as somebody opened it and pressed it said Hunter Biden as the login name.
Right.
And then you have CBS News conveniently fire their top investigative journalist, and then they completely confiscate everything in her office, won't give it back to her, which is even a liberal freaking reporter said that's never happened in the history of freaking journalism.
Because we don't have journalists. They're not journalists anymore. Stop it. We don't have journalists. We have propaganda agents. That's what we have.
What you have, and this came out decades ago. This actually came out back, I think, in the early 1970s. Is it in the United States media rooms? There's employees that are attached to the CIA.
Of course there are.
And they control the information, especially on international news. Yeah. Like Vietnam, during Vietnam, there was a lot of that. They were doing, blocking and everything else to not let people know what the actual hell was going on in Vietnam. No. But so why is it that this broadcast company goes in and just confiscates everything that belongs to this reporter, coffee mug and whatever, their personal chair that they bought, all this shit.
That's pushing it too much. Take a coffee mug.
Yeah. But they're wanting her work. They're wanting to basically abscond with all her work because she was getting in deep to this. And
we can take this all back full circle though.
Yeah,
we can all take it back full circle because the press is fed by the engagement on Twitter.
Yep, exactly.
Yes,
exactly. Again, bots again. We're back to bots again.
And so who's feeding the engagement on Twitter? We go back to the bots.
I'm feeding.
It goes all back to the bots.
Hold on, it's gone back to butts. We go back to butts, not bots.
Back to us.
Butts.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. He's
butts over bots. Butts over
the
bots
now.
Butts over the bots.
We love butts over bots.
Butts over the bots.
Isn't it amazing? If they want to placate nearly all the white male things, just put pictures like that up. Just keep us entertained. We won't do anything then. We'll just sit there going,
there you go. Yeah, exactly.
The world's burning. No, it doesn't matter. Really
see, that's the mistake they made. That's the mistake they made. Gen X would have kept their mouth shut and would have been happy if you gave us Star Wars and you gave us, if you gave us everything that we love, like you left the Star Wars in place, you left Doctor Who in place, you left all these things that kept us docile. Gen X would have just stayed quiet and stayed asleep forever. You know, we're the pop culture generation. This is our teeth. Yeah. This is what this is what suckled us through our days. And then you took that away, and now you got a pissed off generation that has you've always had control over, and it's always been out of the way and left you alone. And now you got this whole entire pissed off generation that's woken up and ready for war. And it's your fault because you took our pop culture.
It's true. Yes. When we were watching TV, as you said, we weren't paying attention. Now we're bored and we've got so much time on our hands, and now we're looking at stuff and going, "Oh shit! Yes. Oh my god! Yes! Oh no! Really?"
Yeah,
and it's worse. You just left us alone, but now you've woken us up. You've woken us up, and now we're really annoying you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And
I'm still waiting for my Twitter account to get banned at the moment. By the way, the amount of shit that I'm throwing out. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. At the moment, every time an MP comes up, every time an MP comes up on there, I just put coward and traitor. That's all I tweet back. Eventually, one of them will get. Although one of them, I did say, "You carry on sucking the Islamic so and so," and that's going to get me done. That's going to get me. You know, when you hit send and you think, "I think I've gone too far on that one." Yeah, I'm not going to delete it and leave it. See what happens. I'll get myself into trouble. I don't care.
Too late.
What do you mean getting it?
They'll be like, "Oh, look, another angry white boy we can blame stuff on. It's all my fault again." Hey, I led the uprising of something.
Now you just need to pull a Count Dankula.
Yes.
Well, it's like I told somebody the other day.
We're not going
to take it.
It's like I told somebody the other day. I was like, I said, I remember the deep magic. I'm Gen X. I remember the deep magic. I was there when this stuff was written.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't gaslight me. I was there. I remember it.
We were there when it was created.
So, that's why we're the biggest nightmare right now.
In the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can't tell me anything. I used to drink water out of a hose.
Exactly.
Not anyone, just anyone's hose that just happened to be lying around.
Exactly.
Yeah. I used to share a bottle of lemonade with 11 of my mates, and we always used to get the last swill with breadcrumbs in. So don't tell me.
There we go.
In the pickup bed with.
There you go. They rode in the back of a pickup truck with no seat belts or nothing, sitting on the freaking wheel well.
And if you fell off, everybody just laughed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you just got went. That didn't hurt. Get back in the back and carry on. Oh, I'll tell you what. T-Bun's funny. Alice went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
We're all going down that rabbit hole now. Oh, dear me.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're all
Follow
down
the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit.
Follow the white rabbit.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, what else have we got, T-Bunny?
Sorry, I've just seen Alex Animation's comment. Dora the Explorer taught me how to question my existence.
Oh, shit. What?
Well, basically, that's all of this right now. All of this is just setting precedent, and they have to succeed. They've got to kill all their sacred cows, and they're not going to do that. If they do, then we are up the creek. But they have to get rid of the civil rights legislation to they have to get rid of they have to get rid of all their real estate laws for all this stuff to stay in place, and are they willing to do that? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing that. That's the thing. You're seeing this across every aspect of Western society.
Yep.
It's a societal attack. It's a cultural attack. It's not just, we want to make things woke and we're going to make this, we're going to do race swaps on these characters and gender swaps on these characters. It's a complete attack on everything that makes Western society Western society. I mean, you look what Gabi was saying about, if he goes downtown and just walking by and the cops will come and harass him, whereas you'll have a full-blown freaking riot from a bunch of, Pakistanis, the cops won't do anything. They'll just look the other way.
Well, and not just that, there are plenty of videos where they're actually chased back into their squad cars. Because although, let's be honest, the Met Police have to be honest. The reason they don't get involved is, let's be brutally honest, just like they are everywhere else, because of the cuts they've had, they're massively outnumbered. They don't stand a chance. It's one copper
and undertrained.
Yeah. Well, undertrained, underskilled. We've selected all the wrong people to do the job. And it's in one respect, it's not the police force's fault. Instead of just coming out, well, they can't come out and say it's because we're undermanned, but instead of just coming up with bullshit excuses, they need to be a bit more robust, but they won't. And the problem is, the more they go like this, as we are now beginning to hear more and more, is the call for the army to come out on the streets. But then again, here in Britain, what army?
What army?
Because we've barely got one. But even if you do, the second you put soldiers out on the street, it will not end well. It will not end well, because soldiers aren't crowd control people.
No.
Soldiers have only really one set of skills. And the problem is, we've all seen what happens when you put an armed unit in front of angry civilians. Sooner or later, someone's going to pull the trigger. And then that...
Well, the truckers... Who broke up the truckers? It was the UN. The UN soldiers came in because Canadian soldiers and police wouldn't do it. And so the UN came in.
Oh, yeah, they brought in the UN thugs. There's video evidence of that.
Yeah, it's UN.
Yeah.
And right now they're teaching... they're bringing illegal aliens and inviting them to join the army for that reason. And so we're going to have army.
That's
right. Here in the United Kingdom, if you're an immigrant, we're just going to forget those inconvenient security checks that you need to go through to join the military. Yeah. Because, of course, that won't cause any problems now, will it?
Yeah. No. I don't need this background check on you.
Nah.
You thought blue-on-blue incidents were bad normally. Jesus Christ. There you are. Give Abdul a gun, put him on a firing range, give him some live rounds, and let's just hope he doesn't hate us today.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, when I joined, I had to go through a checkable history.
Train them up.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to go through a checkable history because they have to make sure that you are, the right person for the job. And this is just, it's no good pandering. This is why here in the UK, for every person that joins the army, 3 are leaving. Doesn't that tell you there's something wrong in the actual British Army? Yeah. We're down to 70,000 active troops. And that includes logistics, remember. So that's not all combat frontline troops, which is the smallest our army has been since 1806.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We used to be, not blowing our own trumpet, but it's the truth, we used to be the best in the world. We're now ranked third rate. The Taliban, with all the equipment that you wonderful Americans just left lying around to rearm them,
I
thanks
know,
very
right?
much for that, they are now better equipped and better trained and more capable than we are, than the British Army is. The Royal Navy can't even send ships out because we haven't got crews for them.
Yeah,
we've got 2 aircraft carriers. We've got to send one off. We've got to send one off, but it broke down. Then they got the other one. It's kind of working. And then when it gets there, we've got to take aircraft off the United States Marine Corps to put on the carrier because we don't have enough planes to fly off the carrier. Yeah. And to make it even worse, we've got no crews for any of the resupply ships. That's the state of the Royal Navy. The RAF, we've got planes, but because we spent 6 years positively discriminated against white males for flight school, we don't have enough pilots for them.
Oh yeah.
And that's all been done. Yeah, but that's all been done on purpose. It's been done on purpose to weaken us.
It's like the military here; they can't meet their recruitment numbers.
Yeah, by the government. It's all done by the government on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did a video. I don't know whether you saw it about the woman who's in charge, second in charge, a lieutenant.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, she was a brigadier. When she was a brigadier, for some reason, she got from brigadier to lieutenant general in 3 years. That's quite impressive. I wonder how she got that job. Especially from the signals corps. Any case, and she used to tell her officers to have, ready for this, to get them in the right frame of mood for the military operations upcoming, to have some laughter yoga. Oh, I'm not joking.
What the hell is
laughter? Yeah, they used to do yoga because they all had wonderful laughter, and that is now second in command of the British Army. She's the one who said we should just drop security checks because they're and the army's too hierarchical. I mean, we got ranks, but it's too hierarchical, and people should just be empowered and given choice. And you wonder why everybody who's used to be people I was in have walked. Just said, screw your job, I'm out.
It's going to be bad, Gobby. It's going to be bad.
It is. It's going to be really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really,
did you know there's too many? Did you know there's too many white people in Scotland?
Yep, there is far too many.
And Ireland as well.
We're pale blue.
Oh,
we're pale blue. We're not white. It takes a week
that's
to
pale blue.
White up here.
A Scotsman never gets warm enough to be white.
No, exactly.
It's too cold and rain.
Well, here's a fun little fact. Here's a fun little fact that I was I got this information from a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, but all three of these guys are extremely credible individuals. So here on the border, I believe near me, they busted some guys coming across the border from Mexico in the United States carrying weapons.
Wow.
They got 3 or 4 AR-15 style, rifles that were fully automatic. Well, that makes them M16s,
which makes them a military weapon.
Exactly.
Military
right.
And they also confiscated. They also had with them a belt-fed 50 caliber fully automatic rifle.
Nice.
So
really,
they got curious. The Border Patrol and whoever, ICE, Immigration, Customs Enforcement, all these guys, they busted these guys. So they wanted to track down where these weapons came from. So they took serial numbers and they ran them. Lo and behold, all these weapons were part of the stuff that was left in Afghanistan.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't.
There we go.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
made in the old US survived.
And guess what? They're not going to attack the rural communities.
They were busted.
They're not going to attack the rural communities. They're going after the cities, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to go to the cities. They're going to go to these blue enclave cities.
These were apparently drug runners or drug cartel people.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
So yeah.
Oh, well, case, just to let you know, here in the UK, they can't go into it because we've been told that the countryside's racist now. The actual,
that's right. Yeah, I saw Paz doing that.
No, but it's true. They've actually deemed that the countryside hasn't got enough black people in because, ready for this? It restricts them being used. You can get in a car, drive, get out, and walk in the countryside. I've never encountered a racist tree. I've never had it shout stuff at me. But here in the United Kingdom, the countryside is now racist. Which basically means, that's them feeding it. So, because you white people who live in little villages in the middle of nowhere, you haven't got enough ethnic minorities, you're racist, so we're going to put them there for you. Thank you very much.
Nice. Hey, Gabi, you need to pack up your bags and family and your Star Wars figures and come out here.
Well, do I get on the plane, or would it be easier for me to fly into Mexico and just wander across the border? I mean, it's easier either way.
I know.
Bobby, with that,
might not be a bad idea.
If you did that, you'd get an ATM card with $10,000 on it, a free house,
cell phone,
and free medical.
Yep.
Well, the thing is,
all you got to do is say "no habla."
Yeah, but the thing is, if it doesn't work out, then I can fly back to France, get in a dinghy, come over the channel in the dinghy, and then I get a 5-star hotel, 3 square meals a day, £300 a week. Oh, and don't forget my free Vodafone phone, because as they land, Vodafone representatives actually give them brand new mobile phones. They do, and they give them money. I could just live. I could just skip.
Let's do
6
it.
months.
Let's do it.
There was
And you can get a job as a police officer here now.
Oh yeah, I could, couldn't I? Actually, no, hold on. I've seen New York policeman. I'm not that fast. I need to be faster to be a New York policeman. I've seen their dance team. I've seen their dance team.
No, but here
we call them the dancing hippos.
Yeah,
there's something
like Fantasia.
Here's something.
They like a lot of
listen
donuts.
to this. Listen to this. Now, Abby, you probably heard this story since you live in San Diego County. Apparently, there has been one of these refugee, migrant, whatever. They go across the border. They get their money. They get their phone, whatever. Well, they've been circling back and coming back across every month. And I think this guy's come across like 3 freaking times. Baby. He's come across like 2 or 3 times over the same border in San Diego County. And he's got money, phones, all that shit. And I guess some reporter who actually has some journalism in their blood, they interviewed this guy and found out about it. So I think it's pretty funny how these people are playing the system.
I applaud that guy for taking advantage of the system.
Absolutely. That guy's doing it. He's awesome. He's doing it right.
What an entrepreneur.
Taking advantage of the system.
Yes, absolutely. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done.
All right. Butt break. Butt break.
Butt break. Butt break. Butt break. Butt break. Butt break. Butt break. Butt break.
New segment on Wookiee Fever.
That wonderful butt.
The butt break.
Such a glorious butt. So big, hear the echo.
It's so glorious it echoes.
The wonderment. Check out the wonderment.
Oh yes.
The beautifulness.
Oh my God. I don't appreciate it.
On that aircraft, I need to know if I'm going to announce your pronoun. I need to know which aircraft you are, sir, or madam, or they, or them, or Z or Zay.
That butt needs its own pronoun.
They, them, whatever.
Identify as Tom and Cat.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God. So, all right. So let's. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
You get butts in the chat now.
I know, right? There we go. There we go. Nice. Low spec Linux. He's got that going on.
Respect my pronouns. I know I'm married, so.
Which ones are they? We need. You know what? We need everybody to wear a frickin' name tag so we can call you by name instead of trying to guess what the hell we're supposed to call you.
You will respect my pronouns.
Respect the pronouns.
Respect the pronouns.
Are not in order.
We have our ways of making you respect our pronouns.
That'd been the new war film. When he walk up to the desk, he goes, "Not show us your papers, show us your pronoun badge." Oh shit! I haven't got it on, sir. Oh shit, sir. Oh no, madam. Oh God, no.
Yes, exactly. Oh. Yes.
Oh man. Oh man.
And you can't even call them human because they might identify as a cat.
No shit.
Oh my God.
3-point superhero landing.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Oh dear me.
Holy
God.
Yeah, that is a superhero landing right there. That's the.
There we go, baby.
He identifies as an F-22 Raptor. So hello, F-22 Raptor. Yes,
absolutely. F-22 Raptor. They're loud.
Yes.
Nice.
Rather excellent plane on my hand. Well, at least it can fly.
Not as loud as the front end of an A10 Warthog.
No,
Oh God, yeah, tell about it. Oh, I had the glorious opportunity to be an eyewitness to an A10 making a practice run over on Miramar one day when I was driving south to work. Abby knows exactly where this is.
Yeah.
This A10 came over both freeways, low, banked, flattened out right over the freeway. And as soon as his canopy reached the freaking ditch, it was over the ditch, he unloaded the freaking pack of bees because that's all you could hear was. It was nuts. Yeah. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome because we were stopped in
Death
traffic.
Goes Burr.
That's probably because the air show was going on.
No, and then you could see what he was shooting at. He was shooting live ammo, and he basically disintegrated a brick wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
That's the only gun that ever made the. It's the only gun that's ever made the aircraft slow down when it's fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It actually slows you down.
God. It was such a freaking rush. Yeah. Watching
if you've seen it in combat, you actually hear the rounds hit the ground first.
Yeah.
So what you hear is you hear that on the ground, then you hear as the plane goes past you. Yes, they're all dead.
Yes.
There's not going to get away from that one. No one's going to walk out of there alive.
It's like Shane Gillis said.
And those depleted uranium rounds they use.
He's like Shane Gillis said. He's like, those other guys, they're like, yay, we win, yeah. And he's like, the way America goes is brr.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was the only good thing about sitting in traffic. We're sitting there, not moving. You hear the freaking plane come over, and you start watching it, and it's right in front of you. You start seeing it, and it's low. It flattens out over the freeway, and as soon as that freaking canopy went over the ditch bank, and it unloaded, and you could just see out in the distance just nothing but dust.
The only problem I would have now knowing that next time I'm sitting there is just hope the pilot pulls the trigger at the right time, because if he's early, you lot in that traffic jam are gone.
I know, right? Raining shells.
Oh, look, actual vehicles that are moving.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be okay with a traffic jam being gone.
Yes.
Well, I get to work.
I don't know. America's got some pretty scary shit. Like the Hughes Apache has a 50 caliber machine gun that goes where the helmet points at or looks at.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are pretty cool too.
And so I've seen the simulations where they took a car out of a convoy while other cars were still driving. That's pretty scary stuff.
Yep. Yeah, and we left a few of those in Afghanistan too.
Yeah, you left some of them. So mind you, did you see the video of them where a couple of the Afghans got in it and tried to fly one? That was 47 seconds as they pummeled it into the ground.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Poof. Oh well. Moving on.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah. Heck. So what else have we got, Bunny? As far as the video, are we so far well past it? It doesn't matter now. Okay.
We've gone way past that.
We've gone past that, but there's always time for this.
Oh, good Lord.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yes. There's always time
on
for
that
this.
On that note.
Yes. On that note.
Well, go back and everybody go back and watch that video earlier. But I think that's patient zero. I mean, it's not.
It's
nobody else
Candice video.
Yeah, the Candace Owen thing.
That needs to be put up.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense now.
We all see it now. We all see it on a regular basis. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is you were talking about the Google AI not showing any white icons, figures, whatever, historical figures, changing them all. They did this. It did its same thing to Germans.
Yeah.
So if you asked it to see a freaking German like an SS officer from World War II. They were black.
Yeah.
Because
that's the only thing that
they can't have that. Oh shit, no.
Well,
that's the only thing the press objected to.
Yeah, you did notice that was
the
the only thing they complained about is you made the German Nazis black. Oh, is that the only problem then, was it? Oh, okay.
Yes, right. That's the only thing that they objected to.
Yeah, because you can't insult the Aryan race. God forbid you misrace the Aryan race. I mean, come on, they're a wonderful, sterling bunch of people.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, okay, whatever. Channel logo.
You should have that ass as your channel logo. You look awesome. Everybody happy.
Why not, dude? We'll just there we go.
Just have the ass. Awesome.
There's where the fever comes from in Wookiee fever.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyway, holy shit. It's been interesting watching all these things this week with the AI, with Disney bots, and all the stupidness that's just bubbling to the surface.
World. We do live in clown world. Let's be honest.
There's no question about it, man. I mean, it seems like everybody in government or business is suffering from a bad LSD flashback. I mean, holy shit. It's just insane. Yeah. I mean, what is Elon Musk was saying that something about one of the Google executives called him, was talking to him about this whole bullshit with the Gemini AI. And it's like, I think Elon Musk thinks they're fucked, in my opinion. I think he made some sort of tweet about it, and he's pretty much was like blowing the guy off or something.
Not surprised, really.
Yeah. But you're going to see, like you said, Gob, you're going to see more of this insanity as the months go by and we get closer to November with the elections here in the United States and the different things that are going on that are completely insane.
We are actually due a general election here, which could also most likely be in November as well. So there'll be a lot of. Here everybody will just vote the Labour Party in, and then if you think it's bad now, oh dear Lord.
Yeah, but who are the candidates? I mean, that's the thing. That's I mean, how many of those illegal aliens are going to have representation?
Oh, hold on a minute! Don't say that when you've just sworn a Chinese-speaking woman into one of your places.
Chinese national, not even a citizen.
Chinese national who actually can't speak English.
Running the election board.
Running the election board. I mean, how can you not see
a citizen?
CCP spy?
She's not even a citizen, for God's sake. I mean, look, if you're going to do that, you can now allow Arnold Schwarzenegger to be your president. If you can do that, you can put him as president.
It was bad enough he was governor of California. It was bad enough he was governor. But it was bad enough that he was governor. Yes.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Put the cookie down.
We put that cookie down.
Get the White House.
Be great, wouldn't it?
Ready for the chopper.
I was born in Hawaii, not Kenya.
Yes, I was born in Hawaii.
I was born in Hawaii.
I was born in Hawaii.
Hawaii. The thing is,
I worked in California.
We're joking, but the simple truth of the matter is, he could never be president because he wasn't born in the United States of America. So if you can now have a Chinese national who can't speak English in a position like that, you can't say no to him now. It's just ridiculous. It's just raging hypocrisy.
Stupid. It's stupid. Like I said,
also means that we should be able to vote in American elections then. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, come on over here.
I don't even want to vote in my own, let alone anyone else's.
I know.
Who am I going to vote for? I mean, literally, if somebody puts a sausage in a hot dog bun up as Prime Minister, I'm voting for it because it's going to talk some sense.
What about a freaking deep-fried Twinkie or Mars bar or something?
Actually, you know what it should be? Just to really annoy people of a certain religious sect that causes the problems, it should be a big pack of bacon. Freshly cooked. Yeah?
Yes, there we go.
Bacon for president. Bacon. Just eat more bacon.
Oh, well, you can't have that.
People. Yeah, you know, stuff like that.
Just get a potato. Put it out there, you know? Big potato.
You better get a potato in the president's thing. What you on about?
Well, come on, let's be honest. We could literally put any inanimate object in charge of our countries at the moment. And you know what? None of us will notice any difference. Not whatsoever. We won't notice any difference.
We already have that now. We've got
already
Joe
Biden.
Yeah, you've got Joe Biden who doesn't know what day it is. We got Rishi Sunak here in the United Kingdom. We didn't get voted for anyone. It's just like...
Exactly. It's almost like these leaders are like installed and not, you know.
You think?
You think? Hello.
What?
Oh
my God, that's earth-shattering. You heard it first here on YouTube on Wookiee channel. We just realized we broke it.
Popped up my internet.
That's it.
And then here comes,
I think Wookiee's doing some kind of mind control with this ass.
Yes, this is it. Subliminal messaging. This is. I'll walk into the voting booth and I'll
worship the
guys.
ass.
I've just been informed that just because I cut out carbs, I shouldn't ruin potatoes for the rest of people. So
no, this is true.
Oh, come on!
I apologize.
Don't ruin the potatoes.
If I walk into the voting booth whenever we have our election and I vote Rogue's ass, it's your fault.
There's that's a write-in vote I could support.
I wouldn't even care about what policy she wanted, to be fair.
No,
whatever.
It didn't matter.
Do what you
All
want.
you need to do is once a week, just bend over in front of a camera. I'll be fine. I don't care what you do. Send us to war. Absolutely fine. Not a problem.
All is good.
Oh, it's good when it's like that.
Get the Affleck duck. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we do have an ass as a prime minister.
Who sent you here? Who sent you here? And us.
And us.
Who's
us?
And us.
Let me just show you the picture. Oh, well, it's worth. Oh, well, I understand what it's worth dying for. It's worth dying for. It's worth sacrificing thousands of human lives.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about Al Pacino. Al Pacino. She's got a great ass.
She's got a great ass.
Exactly. She's got a great ass.
All right. On that note, I think we should probably put a caboose on this.
Yeah, maybe.
We should put a caboose on this. What?
Oh, a caboose? There's a caboose. Oh dear me.
Yeah, let's give it a We need to go because it's almost lunchtime here, and I'm getting hungry. And
right.
yes, and
yes,
we can't
So-
have a hungry Wookiee.
no, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to thank everybody in the chat that popped in today. Alex
awesome.
Animations, the Time Prophet, Nefarious, even T Bunny, Papa Cotton, Edge of Time, LDG, and James was in there as well. Immortal Rising Comic Books, awesome to see you in there. John A. Douglas was in the chat. James Andrew Morrison. What is this? Oh,
B-Dog.
Dazza 115. Yeah, I see everybody in the chat. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but I don't want to think.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry. He's not sorry. He's just too lazy. Not sorry.
Wait,
Not at
no,
all.
Bobby, I'm sorry. There you
That
go.
isn't even
Here's the psyop.
Here's the psyop for the bots.
You hate me, yes. This just makes me feel a bit happier. Yes. Oh look, it's oh, jolly good old chap.
And with that, that, I want to say thank you to the panel.
Enjoy your subjugation. Enjoy your subjugation.
Yes.
All hail the ass.
Hail the ass. Thank you, Bobby, for coming in. Thank you, Abby, someone, and T-Bunny.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much for Rogue for coming in and saying hello.
You're saying something.
Say hello. Vote me.
Vote me. Rogue. What the fuck's Rogue? I don't know. I voted for her. I was in there.
Just saw the profile picture. Yes. So that's fun. Anyway, great. Everybody, thank you for stopping in today. And we look forward to the next time. Next Saturday, we'll be on again for another round of laughs, frivolity, and anger. And maybe some more ass.
Mainly ass.
And maybe an
Lots
ass.
of ass.
And maybe we might have an ass. Yes.
Maybe more ass. Maybe more ass.
More ass. In fact, eventually this stream will just be a picture of someone's ass. Yeah, it's just ass.
Yes, exactly.
It's just
this channel's ass.
Problem is, you'll probably do that live stream with loads of asses, and you'll get millions of subscribers for no apparent reason.
Right?
Thanks for the idea.
Brilliant.
There you go, mate. It's all yours, mate. Yeah, don't forget me in the wheel.
Next week, then. the ass stream.
The ass stream.
Oh yeah! All right. Again, thanks everybody for being here and taking your time out of your day to laugh at our ass. And
we'll laugh your ass off. Whatever.
We'll see you next week.